Did you know that one simple food can start rebuilding your leg strength in old age? It might sound unbelievable, but many older adults in Japan are now eating one special food that helps bring their leg strength back. This food is so powerful and backed by centuries of wisdom that even Japan's oldest doctors now call it their top remedy for weak and aching legs. And it's not some trendy supplement or modern superfood. It's something simple. Yet when consumed the right way, it can help restore circulation, awaken sleeping muscles, and stabilize joints, often within just 12 hours. In today's video, we're going to explore 5 remarkable foods, each carefully chosen and backed by experience from Japan's oldest doctor, who at 101 still walks unaided and credits these specific ingredients for keeping his legs strong, steady, and free of pain. Whether you've struggled with wobbly knees, fatigue after standing, or the kind of stiffness that makes even walking across the room feel like a chore, this is for you. We're not talking about generic health tips. This is about what to eat today to feel stronger, firmer, and more confident on your feet. These 5 foods are natural, affordable, and already found in most Asian kitchens. And each one has a direct effect on blood flow, muscle fiber repair, nerve stability, or inflammation in the lower body. And we'll start with the one that works fastest. So if you've been feeling like your legs aren't what they used to be, and you're ready to take back that strength even after 60 or 70 or 80, stay with me, because this could be the shift you've been looking for. Let's begin. Number 1, natto. There's a reason many of Japan's oldest citizens still walk to the market, sweep their own homes, and climb stairs without hesitation. And it starts with a sticky, stringy bowl of natto. At first glance, it doesn't look like much. Just fermented soybeans, often served over rice with mustard or soy sauce. But don't be fooled by its humble appearance. Natto is one of the most powerful leg-strengthening foods ever discovered. And it has everything to do with how it interacts with your bones, muscles, and blood. Natto is one of the richest sources of vitamin K2, a nutrient that helps move calcium directly into your bones, especially in the legs and hips. This is critical after 60, when many people begin losing bone density without even realizing it. Weak bones don't always show up in scans or sudden breaks. Often the first sign is simply that your legs feel shaky when you stand, or that your knees feel hollow. Natto doesn't just protect bone, it rebuilds it. And when your bones are stronger, your muscles have something stable to pull against, which makes movement smoother and safer. But that's not all. Natto also contains a powerful enzyme called nattokinase, which helps improve circulation by preventing excess clotting and keeping the blood flowing freely. Why does that matter for your legs? Because good circulation is what brings oxygen and nutrients to your leg muscles. It's what allows tired calves to recover, sore thighs to heal, and ankles to stay firm. Many people don't realize that what feels like muscle weakness is often poor blood flow. Natto helps restore that flow and fast. There's also something deeply psychological about natto. In Japanese culture, it's often eaten in the morning as a sign of starting fresh, taking care of your health, and honoring the wisdom of elders. That kind of habit, starting your day with something your body actually needs, has a reinforcing effect on your motivation and confidence. It reminds you with every bite that your legs are worth investing in, that you're not giving up on mobility, even if others around you have. Take Roy, for example. He's 75 and lives in Portland. A retired teacher, Roy started noticing he could no longer get out of his recliner without pushing on the armrest. His daughter, who had lived in Tokyo, suggested natto. At first, he couldn't stand the smell. But after mixing it into miso soup and adding a dash of green onion, he began eating it 3 times a week. Within a month, Roy wasn't just standing up easier. He was walking around the block without pain, something he hadn't done in over a year. His doctor said his legs felt more stable, and Roy swears by that simple change. You don't need to move to Japan to benefit from this. Natto is now sold in many Asian markets in the U.S., and you can even order it online. The key is to eat it raw, not cooked, so the enzymes stay active. 1 serving a day, preferably in the morning, is enough to start feeling changes. For some, those changes are noticeable within just 12 hours. You wake up sore, eat natto, and by evening your legs feel different, firmer, more alive. So if you've been searching for something that doesn't just mask the pain, but actually rebuilds strength from the inside out, this could be it. Number 2, miso. Miso might be one of the most underestimated leg-healing foods in the world. At first glance, it's just a salty paste, made from fermented soybeans, barley, or rice. But inside this ancient staple is a powerhouse of amino acids, minerals and probiotics that work together to strengthen not only your muscles, but also your joints, tendons, and even your nerves. And when your legs feel shaky, stiff, or slow, that matters more than you think. One of the reasons miso is so effective is because of how it helps with repair. As we get older, our bodies naturally become slower at healing. A small strain or ache in our 60s might take a week to recover from, while that same injury in our 30s would have healed overnight. But miso, thanks to its fermentation process, is rich in natural glutamic acid, which is used by the body to produce GABA, a neurotransmitter that calms the nervous system and helps muscles relax and repair faster. When your legs are tense or sore from walking, GABA helps reduce that stress and inflammation. And then there's the protein. Most seniors don't get enough of it, especially not the kind that's easy to digest and absorb. Miso contains plant-based protein that's already partially broken down during fermentation, making it ideal for older bodies that may have slower digestion or weaker stomach acid. That protein goes directly to where it's needed most: your quadriceps, calves, hamstrings, and hips. If natto builds bone, miso builds soft tissue around it, muscles, ligaments, and all the little fibers that keep you stable when you walk. There's a hidden benefit too. The probiotics in miso, especially the ones found in unpasteurized versions, help improve gut health, and a healthy gut means better absorption of minerals, like magnesium and calcium, and both of those are essential for proper muscle contraction. Weakness in the legs is sometimes not from lack of use, but from poor mineral balance. Miso helps bring that balance back, starting from the inside. Let me tell you about Susan, age 68, from New Jersey. She used to dread stairs. The moment her foot touched the bottom step, her knees would shake and her ankles felt like they might roll. Her son, who had studied culinary medicine, recommended miso soup every evening. She started with a simple broth, miso paste, warm water, and a bit of seaweed. Within 2 weeks, she said something changed. Her legs felt lighter, less stiff, and surprisingly, her sleep improved too. That's the power of nervous system relaxation. Strong legs don't just come from lifting weights. They come from reducing tension, restoring balance, and feeding your body what it needs to repair itself properly. Psychologically, there's something grounding about miso. It's warm. It makes you pause and take a moment of calm. And that mental state, peaceful, intentional, is the very place where physical healing often begins. Seniors in Japan often describe it as resetting the body after a long day, or preparing it for one. Either way, that small bowl holds more than soup. It holds strength, wisdom, and stability. So if you're looking for something easy, comforting, and deeply restorative, miso deserves a place in your kitchen. Just one small bowl, sipped slowly, could begin to unlock a level of leg, health, and mobility you thought was gone forever. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, sardines. If there's one food that older Japanese doctors quietly rely on to keep their legs strong and stable, it's sardines. Yes, those tiny silvery fish in a can, or better yet, fresh from the sea. They may look simple, but they pack one of the highest nutrient to size ratios of any food on earth. And when it comes to rebuilding leg strength after 60, sardines check every box. Fast absorbing protein, bone building calcium, inflammation reducing omega-3s, and vital B vitamins for nerve repair. That's a full leg recovery kit in just a few bites. The secret lies in their whole body profile. Unlike most fish, sardines are eaten whole, bones, skin, and all. And that matters, because as we age, we lose collagen. Not just in the face or skin, but in the ligaments that hold your knees together, the tendons that support your ankles, and the connective tissues in your hips. Sardines provide natural collagen and elastin from their skin and bones, which the body can use to restore those tissues. That's not just strength, it's flexibility and durability. And let's talk about omega-3 fatty acids. Most seniors have chronic inflammation in the legs, especially in the knees and calves. You might not even feel it as pain. It can show up as stiffness, heaviness, or that weird rubbery feeling in your thighs. Omega-3s, especially DHA and EPA, are like internal fire extinguishers for inflammation. Sardines are loaded with them, and because they're small and low on the food chain, they're also safer from mercury and heavy metal contamination than larger fish like tuna or swordfish. There's also vitamin D. A lot of older adults are deficient in it, and it's not just about bones. Vitamin D helps your muscles actually use calcium. Without it, all that calcium you're trying to absorb from milk or supplements just sits there. Sardines have it built in, along with phosphorus and magnesium, which work together to maintain balance and contractile strength in your lower body. Take Frank, a 73-year-old former delivery driver from Ohio. After decades on his feet, his legs were worn out. He'd tried joint supplements, compression socks, even electrical stimulation pads. Nothing made a lasting difference. Then, almost out of curiosity, he started eating sardines every morning, just 3 or 4 on a slice of toast with a drizzle of olive oil. He said the change was slow but steady. By week 3, he could get up from his recliner without rocking. By week 6, he was walking to the mailbox without leaning on the rail. The strength didn't come overnight, but it came naturally and stayed. There's a deeper truth here too. Choosing to eat something like sardines means choosing nourishment over convenience. And that small act, repeated daily, reinforces your commitment to take care of your body, especially your legs, which carry you through every single day. It's a quiet kind of discipline, the kind that builds not only muscle, but character and confidence. So don't underestimate this little fish. One small can, a few forkfuls at a time, could be the bridge between weakness and strength, between sitting more and walking further. For many, it's the difference between feeling like you're aging and feeling like you're still alive in your body. Let sardines be your silent helper in that journey. Number 4, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes may seem like a humble, even old-fashioned food, but what they do for aging legs is nothing short of remarkable. In fact, they were a staple in the diet of Japan's longest-living population, especially in Okinawa, where elders often lived well past 90, walking upright, farming into their 80s, and climbing steps without assistance. So what makes sweet potatoes so powerful? It all comes down to their unique nutritional profile. They're rich in complex carbohydrates, meaning they provide steady, slow-burning energy rather than the crash and burn of processed sugar. And for older adults, this steady energy is critical. It fuels muscles throughout the day and reduces the likelihood of that heavy, dragging leg feeling by mid-afternoon. But beyond energy, sweet potatoes are loaded with 2 essential nutrients, potassium and beta-carotene. Potassium helps balance sodium in your body, which supports healthy blood pressure and reduces fluid retention in the legs. Less swelling means less stiffness, more flexibility, and improved mobility. And beta-carotene, which converts to vitamin A, helps reduce inflammation throughout the body, including in the muscles and joints of your legs. There's also a secret weapon hidden in the purple variety of sweet potatoes, anthocyanins. These powerful antioxidants have been studied for their ability to improve circulation, reduce oxidative stress, and protect the integrity of blood vessels. That's especially important for seniors who may struggle with poor capillary function in the lower legs and feet. Better circulation means more oxygen to your muscles, quicker recovery, and more freedom to move without discomfort. Let me share the story of Marilyn, an 82-year-old woman from South Carolina. For years, she struggled with heavy legs. They just don't want to move in the morning, she'd tell her friends. But instead of going for expensive supplements, Marilyn started adding half a baked sweet potato to her breakfast 3 times a week, sometimes with cinnamon, sometimes plain. Within a month, she noticed something change. Her legs felt lighter. Her knees didn't ache quite as much when she stood up from her recliner. And most surprising of all, her afternoon walks didn't require as many rest stops. Sweet potatoes, she says, became her natural energizer. There's a reason why nature provides these foods in vivid color. The deep orange and purple hues aren't just pretty, they're a signal. A sign that what's inside can help repair, rebuild, and restore. As we age, we don't always need to eat more. We just need to eat better. And sweet potatoes, especially when steamed or baked, are one of the simplest, most affordable ways to give your legs exactly what they've been craving: strength, fuel, and resilience. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, bone broth. Bone broth isn't just an old-fashioned comfort food. It's a powerhouse for restoring leg strength, flexibility, and joint health in ways that modern supplements can't always replicate. Rich, savory, and filled with nutrients your body actually recognizes and uses, bone broth is one of the most underrated healing foods for seniors over 60. What makes it so special? First, it's one of the best natural sources of collagen, which is crucial for maintaining the integrity of muscles, ligaments, and joints. As we get older, our collagen production drops sharply, and that's one reason our legs begin to feel weaker, more unstable, and prone to injury. But by regularly drinking bone broth, even just a small cup a day, you can help replenish those stores in a way that supports joint lubrication and smoother movement. It also contains gelatin, which acts as a cushion between bones, reducing that grinding or stiff sensation many older adults feel in their knees or hips. And here's where it gets really interesting. This gelatin doesn't just help your joints, it also supports gut health, which plays a massive role in how nutrients are absorbed and inflammation is controlled throughout the body. Poor gut health can silently rob your legs of strength by preventing your body from actually using the protein and minerals you consume. Let me give you a real-life example. Thomas, a 78-year-old veteran from Nevada, spent years dealing with aching knees and calves that cramped up every time he stood up. He tried physical therapy, stretches, and over-the-counter pain relief, but nothing gave him long-term relief. Then his daughter encouraged him to try homemade bone broth, something her grandmother used to make. Skeptical at first, Thomas committed to drinking a cup each morning with breakfast. After 3 weeks, he noticed a shift. The morning stiffness that used to keep him in bed an extra hour started to ease. His legs felt more grounded. He even started doing light yard work again, something he hadn't dared try in over a year. You don't have to cook it from scratch every time either. These days, many health food stores offer high-quality bone broth in the freezer or shelf-stable aisle. Look for versions with no added preservatives, low sodium, and ideally bones from grass-fed or organic sources. But whether it's homemade or store-bought, what matters most is consistency. That's all it takes to begin rebuilding from the inside out. So if your legs have been feeling less dependable lately and you're tired of quick fixes that don't last, give bone broth a chance. You may just be giving your body the oldest and most reliable building blocks it's been missing all along. Final thoughts. Getting older can feel like a slow fading of what used to come easy. Walking, climbing stairs, bending to pick something up. But it doesn't have to stay that way. What this video revealed is something truly powerful, that your legs, your balance, your strength, they're not gone. They're just waiting to be reminded of what they're capable of. And the key might not be in expensive treatments or difficult workouts, but in the food you choose to put on your plate every single day. Maybe you've heard it before, you are what you eat, but now you've seen how true that really is. Sardines, sweet potatoes, seaweed, fermented soy, bone broth, each one supports your legs in a unique way. From muscle regeneration to blood flow, from joint lubrication to mitochondrial energy, the ingredients you use aren't just food. They are instruction manuals for your body. And your body is listening. Instead, let this be a turning point. Even if you start with just one of the foods from today's video, you're beginning something new. You're giving your legs the respect and care they deserve. You're proving to yourself that no matter your age, growth is still possible. Hope is still real, and progress is still within reach. I've seen people in their 80s go from barely shuffling across the kitchen to confidently walking their block every morning. I've seen the sparkle return to someone's eyes when they realize they don't have to sit out life anymore. And often it started with something as small as changing what was on their plate. So as you move forward, take heart. Your legs are not giving up on you. They're just waiting for you to give them the tools they need to serve you well. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel steady. And you absolutely deserve to live with freedom and confidence, no matter your age. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.